Sucks.
What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're gonna look at button versus big blind, a short stack, strategy construction. So this is gonna be the button strategy across 1,000 flops. So we end up checking 30% of the time. We bet 70% of the time. We mostly get to bet small here. That's 65% of the time it's small. The 9 seems to be a key card. Probably the ace looks good as well. So ace and 9 seems very good. The 10 seems kind of neutral. We bet it mostly, but it's not like a 9. 9 is really good here somehow. And then facing a bet.
I'm surprised it doesn't bet more with an ace high flop.
Me too.
I bet 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pure betting small on the ace high board.
Cause they really only have, they only call like a couple ace X combos, but they jam like 95% or something, right? The big line,
Yeah, exactly.
for all of them, maybe even.
I mean,
Yeah, but it can be that
what, 12
for instance,
big,
ace
Yeah,
seven,
calling
eight.
with- 12 big's effective.
These, and they're going all in with like most offsuit ones and all the best ones in the suited
They're
area.
calling some of the suited, yeah.
This is the big blind range, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have some aces.
But the buttons range is also kind of very tricky. It's polarized, the best hands and the bottom of the range. Everything in the
Also no
middle is
aces.
jamming.
Oh, you know
But-
what? I didn't even think about the big blind range. Yeah, they're jamming a lot too, right?
Yeah,
Good range,
so we don't have any like the button has big pairs, but not any small pair. And then the big blind doesn't have any small pairs at all, but he has aces and kings, so it's a very tricky scenario. So range bet. I'd say like we mostly bet here. We need to be cautious on like a 10 mostly. And then facing a bet, oh, this one is on pair board. So on pair boards, because here we have a pair board we're looking at. So I was wondering if the pair board with the deuce was bad, but we end up betting it more than 80% of the time.
I think we have more pairs than the big blind or not.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a bet here. And then facing a bet. Facing a bet small. On pair boards. Seems like the big blind is mostly defending by raising. So either goes all in or raise small. At least on the deuce board. Seems to be on 5-eye board, very mixing between calling and raising. As we see, we don't meet MDF. We will overfold when the board is Broadway.
This is the pair.
Yeah, on pair boards. And then the overview is here. Okay, so this is the big blind checks, the button bets small. And this is gonna be the response from the big blind across all stack depth. It's based on the I card as usual. So this is the ace high flop. We can see here the MDF line. So we don't reach MDF on any textures. What else can we see? There's a lot of big raising here. It seems like when we check raise, it's mostly gonna be all in. But
That's
there
a lot
are
all
some
in.
very small here.
Or not mostly.
So here you can actually check jam mostly. Unless it's a Broadway texture. This seems to be. No, it seems to be mostly jamming, right? Let's look at the percentages. 12% by a hair. So,
11 versus 12. Yeah.
so, okay. So we mostly jam, but it's very close.
Of course, there are more ace high boards, so ace high is counting more. So that's the reason that the frequency is 11.
From 12 big blind, you can start to check jam a lot.
12%. It's not a lot.
Well,
At least some of the time. A decent amount.
and then let's see, because I think on straight boards. Straight draw. Paired, review, monotone. Monotone, when we raise, it's always all in.
Yeah, it's, we have one or we don't have one. Or we have top pair or something like that.
On straight boards. We call a lot on 9 high straight board. We almost meet MDF.
Yeah, the lower ones are better first than for the button one. Still true, probably.
Alright. So let's give it a little shot.
So if we are 20 big blind deep, does the patterns are more or less same or something different?
Completely different.
Okay, we are more calling
Probably
with the
because
jaws.
the ranges are different. You don't jam from the button.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, this is the 20 bigs, okay.
So you can see the difference in strategy. Here
It's
we bet small 50% of the time. And here we bet small 65% of the time, so 15% more. Here we seem to have more big bets. 17, okay, and we have a geometrical size as well. Like there's 2 big bets here. Whereas we only have one big bet. And it's only using the big bet, what,
2%.
2% of the time, alright. Whereas here, it's using the big bets. Around 20% of the time,
Yeah, but see the ace high boards. The ace high boards are full of big bets.
yeah, so big difference already between
difference.
12 and 20. On ace high boards.
And
So
that
we have
are
a bit-
200 of the 1,000 flops almost.
Yeah. I have a bit of a checking range here from the button on ace high board, so let's see. What could be in that checking range on ace high boards? Let's go back to the flop. Yeah, and then let's put an ace high board. And let's see. Ace queen 7 with a flush draw. What do we check on this board? What kind of hand do you guys think we check? Like pocket 10? No.
Yeah.
Pretty
Pocket 10.
sure we bet it.
Pretty sure we check it.
Pocket 10. Oh,
Mixing.
we bet when we have a card of the suit. Alright,
Spade.
what kind of checking range do we have? Sets a little bit of under pair, second pair, so lots of pairs.
You have to see also king highs, huh? A lot of checking.
So under pairs and sevens. Under pairs and bottom pairs. Alright. So that's gonna be under pairs and bottom pairs.
And kings. 50% most, at least. King has showdown value there huh, on an ace high board. Look again, Louis, at the offsuit kings. How many offsuit kings you're actually checking? It's a lot.
Offsuit kings, what?
You're checking a lot of offsuit kings also, and suited kings.
King eyes.
Yeah, 50% at least. I mean, yeah, that's still These, yeah, king queen of course is a pair, and king seven also. But,
Ace 10. Ace 10 3 rainbow, let's see that.
and if you get check raised with a king,
Let's see if we check king eyes as much. If we still
This
check.
is in position, guys.
Yeah,
yeah, it's 12 big blinds, so be careful there. The ranges are completely different than you think normally. You don't have aces, so only offsuits, suited ones, and that. Yeah.
and then if it's A7, 5, A7 deuce. Gonna
See on the
raise.
pattern how the kings are betting and. A7 deuce, oh, we're betting a lot.
So like, it seems like whenever we have like,
Could you check a rainbow board, Louis? Maybe that's the difference here, I don't know.
rainbow board,
Yeah, it's for
Rainbow
instance.
bet?
Still high betting frequency.
and then if we look at ace, king. Ace, king 4 rainbow, it's gonna mix. Yeah. So if
Betting.
if on ace high boards, if there's one Broadway, we have a checking range.
Normally it's the other way around. Yeah, two Broadway cards, then you bet.
Alright. Maybe we'll find a little something here. What about here? So we range bet here, seems.
And deuces, we can bet.
He calls. Do we hammer? Feels bad. Why would he call? As a. What does he have? A Backdoor
ace, ace.
flush? We can still get rid of 2 of his backdoor flushes.
Yeah, but is he calling?
Hearts and diamonds. We can get like queen 10 of diamonds to fold here.
Yeah, but if you're trying to fold that kind of hands, then we're blocking some of the folds with Jack high.
Fold.
I think it's like
Check, I mean.
you check here. No one wants to bet small, I guess.
Not small.
Alright, so check. I was mixing.
It's still small indeed.
And now what? Flush got there. Pretty bad run out for us.
Oh, we can't bet big indeed. That's all in. So either all in or not.
So what do we do? Check? Alright. We should lean towards betting, try to get him off and a
Yeah,
king.
the turn went check, so we can bet more.
How does he call the flop with this?
Typically, it's got king high, right? Short stacked.
Yeah, it's a 6 and it's as a 3 and a 4 comes, and you can stack our ace.
He's mixing on the flop. He's supposed to fold a lot. He just like,
King highs aren't folding, right?
They are folding sometimes. But the 6 is connecting a bit at least with the board.
he has a card that blocks or bluffs. He folds like the 7 here. So are we?
I mean,
bluffing with
calling
6,
eight,
7, and
calling-
8? Oh yeah,
calling-
that's here.
I think calling a high card with a kicker 8 or above is good since we don't have, pairs under an 8, right?
Yeah, then he blocks a pair, you mean? And if the 8 comes, it's good, most of the time for him.
Could be.
8 and 9s are good for him. 8s are good for him, actually.
Alright, so we're gonna check. We bet small. Hmm,
No fault.
I raise, I think you raise.
right?
No, no, we're
We're
not
playing
raising.
10 big, we're playing 12 effective. We got second pair. I think we rumble.
Okay,
We check raise about 20% of the time, I think.
there's not many eights in here, so maybe. Yeah, mostly raise.
100% raise.
He's all in, eh? Mostly.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that. I wasn't sure if we go all in or not, but I mean, I think you just wanna rumble, right?
Yep.
So if we pair the board, then probably 20%. No, we did more than 20 or not. Difficult to say. Maybe if you have top pair, we check call, just call.
I don't think so.
Bet small, queen nine board,
Yeah,
not so
Yeah,
good.
jack. Blocking jack 10, queen jack. You have a backdoor straight and backdoor
Mm.
flush.
Yeah, we can bet if we get a diamond or a king. Diamond,
Yeah, go all in.
do we size up or we bet small again?
And go all in.
I would be surprised if it checks to realize equity now in position because he might just, I mean, we're gonna stack off if he jams, right?
We are in position, so we don't have to stack off anything.
I mean, if we bet and he jams, we're stacking off, right?
Yeah, but I would jam. I would not bet smallly.
I think I would check and just try to realize equity at this point.
I guess we
Yeah,
can,
I'm gonna check too.
I go all in and we fold equity.
okay,
This is a jam. I'm about 83% sure.
Makes sense too.
I'm still checking because. We're not happy calling it off here. If we bet then he raise,
Yeah, but I'll either jam or check. I don't bet small.
You lose all fold equity if you check back though.
I think he's raising queens and tens on the flop. I don't know if he slow plays them ever.
Hey,
Alright.
some of the time.
I don't know what to do here, honestly. I would check because I don't know what to do. That's
But
why I
we should
check.
have an under pair on the big blind now if I jam. With 9s and 8s, 6s, and 7s.
The 5 is a bad card for us, right? So we're betting into the villains
Why is that a bad card?
because we don't have offsuit 5s.
Well, he shouldn't have any way after we bet the
Dylan
flop.
doesn't
You don't
that
have,
either.
he has like ace, 5 of hearts, maybe ace,
It's
5.
12 big blinds, Vince, so the big
Queen.
blind doesn't have 5s either, so. It's a neutral card, I think.
He's defending, right? Doesn't he have like 6-5 off, 5-4 off?
He's folded the flop with those.
12
Picked
big
up
blinds.
equity. Pile it in, you crazies.
that's smaller check.
The biggest
And-
punt.
I knew it was a check.
It wants to bet 50%.
I kind of like checking there too.
It's checking
like-
50%.
It's betting small, it's not piling.
Not piling, yeah, but it's calling off probably if you jam then.
I think like
Diamonds are.
for this like short stack, when we pile, they're never folding enough stuff. Like
You can't fold a 10 there, probably.
It's doing it 6% of the time still, so it's not.
Doing it with ace king and top pair.
Well, we only pile 6%. Yeah, so that can't be good.
We do it sometimes. Sometimes as a bluff.
So compare equities. Look at the equities. It may just be a function that I didn't realize it's a 12 big blind sim that you don't have to pile it in necessarily to get all in. Just
It's only
because you're so short.
10% difference between the EVs. It's not that much. It's enough for the. But indeed, maybe you can bet twice and get twice full equity.
I think when we go all in, we're not denying equity. And they're calling off with like tens plus, right?
Yeah, I don't think I'll fold in 10.
Ten will call, of course, yeah, but nines won't call, I think. And cards that have a good shot call.
Compare the folding range from when you pilot in from when you bet small.
17% versus 40%.
Is that, yeah, okay.
So when we pile, we get folds from ace highs. That's the difference.
Probably not the suited eights.
You get half more ace highs to fold.
Does he, but he doesn't fold the ace two, right? Or the ace five. There's a 2 on the turn, right? Or 2 on the 5 on the turn. They don't fold.
Turn. It's not folding fives or deuces. It's not folding a pair. At least the board pairs.
You guys think we have a donking range here?
No, because they have the over pairs and we don't.
Never,
Yeah,
right?
also the over pairs.
And
You have
we were
ace-
slow play. We slow play here, I think, this short.
I
have
think
ace
the
jack
big
also.
blind is actually leading some jacks here.
I think he's gonna check jacks. I think he slow plays. Jacks, that's why we don't raise. If he's gonna slow play jacks, we don't get to have a robust raising range.
Oh, wow.
But we have over pairs, huh?
So it's not happening on jack, jack five, but if we look at king, jack, jack.
It can be with a draw card maybe, yeah. Jack, jack 10 or something, or jack, jack 9. There are good shots available and that kind of stuff. And also king, jack, jack.
I just don't think we're ever raising or donking trips, so I don't think we get to raise as donk and raise as much.
Look at this weirdo. On king, jack, jack,
Yeah, a lot of draws, huh?
the big blind gets to lead sometimes.
And it is,
20%.
and it is, it's slow playing jacks. Like I
No,
thought it would.
yeah, it's really weird, right? But not on jack, jack five.
It's a dry board, so don't have to deny it.
Well, we don't have sets of fives because we jam them pre, so we don't have any sets under an 8.
I think there's no draw available here. Huh? There are no draws. So if you have a jack, you have the stone cold nuts.
I agree with that. I don't think there's
It
like
won't
hands
change.
other than Jack X to really protect your donking range with Jack Jack 5 as opposed to Jack Jack King.
Jack, jack, king, you want to not deny equity of queen 10, ace jack, queen 9.
I don't think we get the fold king high.
That's right.
I also think we have to call it. Oh, we have a pair.
Like that?
Bluff catching.
I don't think that's good. This is why you're.
I
when
think
to
you can
shut
bet
when it's
indeed,
too high, Ken.
Pair will call.
After the turn goes check, check, your second pair wants to bet small in my book. Let's see if it's true here.
Yeah, I think bet small.
Oh
This
my
is our
God.
best second pair too, though. It should be betting bigger, right?
Checks.
Ah,
It checks 100%. Maybe on this board.
The blunders.
Wait, why are we checking? We just got an ace high to call. That's like the exact hand that we're targeting.
Yeah,
Being results oriented.
And then like every worst hand also has to call.
No. Every better hand then calls still.
What happens when we check? What does he do? Is he,
okay,
Not
so with most
Okay.
tens here, the way I see it, with most tens, well, queen 10, jack 10. I know it's only these two combos. It was kind of balancing.
Jack 10's a full house.
That's a full house, yeah, that's different.
Well, queen 10.
Yeah, you found one.
Alright,
Still. And maybe he bets this one, ace king, if he checked to him.
Yeah, what does he do when we?
I don't think he value bets that good of it. I don't think he, well, he might value bet ace king, but he's not gonna value bet all his aces.
Yeah, but he might value bet ace king.
So we're trying to bluff catch to let him bluff like queen six and queen four.
But he's betting ace king
And he's gonna bet worse tens.
some of the time at least.
He's
He
betting
doesn't even
10,
have
7,
that
he's
many
betting,
hands.
he's betting
Like
worse
10,
tens,
7.
right?
So I
He's
guess you
betting
were
tens.
right, Ken. This is clearly a spot where you wanna bluff catch.
He's betting 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9.
You want
But that's
these
block betting. They
Queen
can
10,
make,
so he's betting worse queens when, tens when we check.
Yeah, so like, what's the difference if we bet?
he has to call off of ace king if he check raise.
If you bet, he can't bluff.
Yeah, he can't bet queen six.
Right,
Right,
so
if
we
we-
beat,
if
we
we
beat some
bluff.
of his value and his bluffs. We get more.
Yeah.
Make more
Does
money.
it even matter? Like, we don't even need him to bluff. He has
Of course
to
it matters,
bluff
uh,
catch a lot. Does he not?
Of course it matters that he,
He does, but he doesn't have to bluff catch with queen six, right? Like the bluff hand that.
Yeah, I would
With
bet
a paired
one
board, he's
heart
calling
here.
with every ace that he gets there with.
I think we can bet this. I'd rather have a heart, but I still think we can bet.
Definitely.
EV difference is probably not super big, Vince, if you mean that, but still you have to have also bluff catchers, otherwise he can bluff you off. The checking range.
Do we lead here?
No,
Do we lead with some kings here?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so, because it's a dangerous board. It's a draw heavy board, so we lead with some kings.
It does lead. I'm still surprised that it wants to lead.
Yeah, but you want to deny equity from draws. Saw that also on the jack board.
So here's my thing. When I'm short, I don't worry about denying equity because if I have a hand, a made hand, I'm losing all my chips anyhow. Like, I'm not ever folding. So
Don't-
my thing is at 12 bigs, if he gets there, he gets there. But I wanted somehow get all the chips in by the
Oh,
river.
so you're saying I want to spill all my chips if he hits his gut shot. That's what you're saying.
No, what I'm
No,
saying
why
is
don't you
sometimes
bet?
I'm gonna win all the chips, sometimes I'm gonna lose all the chips, but I'm not folding a decently made hand, no matter what.
No, I wouldn't fold either, but still, if you bet, then you deny equity from hands that could out.
If I have a weaker hand, I wanna deny equity. That's why I wanted to raise the pair of fives earlier. Because that hand needs a lot of protection on the flop. But I don't think better hands need that much protection, so I'm not really worried about it.
Still, the solver does it. So it's
Yeah, it
must-
does. It does. I
It
see
must be
that. So
good.
I'm not arguing against the solve. I'm just how I think about it. And you know, now I can start betting some trips.
Yeah, I do that, but because it's he has to fold a lot probably. So
I mean, it is mixing them, right? Where's he find, what are the bluffs? I guess that's
of
what I
course,
should be
his
looking
checking
at.
range is also yeah. You can have spades as
See, my thing is I'm not gonna find enough bluffs here, so then I can't
you can-
lead as much.
backdoors there.
I gotta learn how to find the bluffs. Or I'm just gonna be face up when I lead.
As long as they call, it's okay. Yeah? As long as they call enough, still doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, that's true.
You don't need to bluff if they call like the solver.
So if we're leading some small trips, we've got to have some bluffs that balance that. So are we looking to bluff the straights on a board like king, queen with the hand like jack 10?
I more think like gut shots, the weak draws and the backdoor.
So
draw.
jack 9 there?
Jack 10 with like a spade. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
also
I mean, I
Jack
can see
10,
that one easily.
But also Jack 10 even, yeah.
Jack 10, Jack 9.
Yeah, 10, 9.
for some of our worst spades, like,
Backdoor flushes as well. Ace side backdoor flush draw with the
Not the
wheel.
front doors. Not that much.
Yeah, cuz sometimes the ace is gonna be good when it hits too, so. That's pretty good.
You just want to bluff hands that can turn more equity and then bluff again.
Solver is absolutely mad on this river.
That's like the guy bluffed that hand into me, 2x over, went over 2x pot with that after I checked back, when I checked it down, with the second pair. Yesterday, remember?
Yeah, they sometimes.
He lost his shit with this hand.
Against maniacs, indeed, you should check.
Can I board?
This deep.
Can I
Ooh,
boards are pretty good, I
Yes,
think.
with a backdoor. Bit.
That's a good flop for us.
No, it's bad. It's the worst one.
It's a straight draw board. Still, I would bet.
Doesn't that just favor big blind range?
No, not favor is a big word, huh? You don't have a big.
Yeah.
nut advantage.
I think we're gonna almost always have the equity advantage on almost every flop. Solely because they lack the top of their range completely and we don't, almost completely. I mean, they have aces. and
I don't know.
kings,
He has
they don't have
aces and
nothing
kings,
else.
and he has ace king suited, huh? So
I would bet anyway here. Let's see if
I would bet.
I mean, we got the backdoor hard, so I think it's good, yeah.
one of the spots where we check a lot. See the flop strategy.
50-50.
I think we're stacking off, dude.
Okay, we mostly bet 75%.
Oh, you have a good shot on 2 overcards and a backdoor flush draw.
I think we're stacking off here. We blocked the nuts. We got 2 overs. We got backdoor flush draw. I mean,
we
jack
like-
might not be good if it hits, obviously.
well, I'm such a nit. Send me home. I'm folding.
I'm folding.
If he bluffs enough, we can call, I think.
Do we
Think
beat
need to
anything?
call. Think we
Yeah, we
need
beat
to
some
call.
bluffs.
I mean, he's got 6-5. We know that's in his range, right? So he could have 3 combos of that with backdoor flushes.
Maybe he has queen jack or
He's gonna do this with a pair of 10s. Pair of 8s maybe, with with redraws. He's gonna do it with all pairs with like some kind of redraw. 10-9, 9-8,
ace-9.
yeah, like ace
Okay, we need
nine,
to fold, I think, because our range has lots of nines. Our nines can continue, our pair can continue. Our ace side with the nut backdoor flush draw can
We have better
continue.
hands than to continue.
Our
indeed.
tens
Yeah.
can continue. So. Feels like this is a fold now. I would always call here, but I believe this is a fold. No? Alright,
19 chips.
He's got 9s, that makes sense, 9s with the redraw, like I figure almost everything's gonna have a pair and a redraw, just about in his range.
Wait, this
Plus,
guy flat called nines. Can we just talk about that?
savage over, we fold king, queen. The same combo folds. but
No,
we
no,
call
no.
with the
Jack is a
jack,
redraw to the.
The gut
neutral.
shot, extra
yeah,
equity.
yeah, the jack's a nice, hit card to have.
The ace queen is folding more than king jack. Oh, we don't have clubs here. Okay.
Whoops.
And the 9 would come, huh? I'm sure of it. Oh,
So we check. Facing a bet. Just fold.
yeah, that's a fault.
Yeah, no
Worst
spade.
half. I mean, it must be a fault.
Pair board, we just bet. Small,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not.
80%
Yeah,
of the time. This is a
I
pure
want
bet.
him to rip it in.
Okay, I'm leading here.
I'm probably check calling. I would check raise this a lot, but not short stack, so I think I'm just gonna check call.
Well, that's what I just wrote. It's a pair board with a Broadway card and it's gonna lead with
The
Some
villain is
tens,
going to lead a lot, huh?
some tens, and like the ace five to ace deuce wheel.
You're
Nothing.
out of position, Louis. You're not to the button.
I know. That's why I wanna lead.
I mean, yeah, you can stack off, so you probably have
Uh-huh.
leads. Yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna call off, so. It can't be bad.
Alright, so I found this one. It's a pretty solid heuristic so far.
30%.
Well, it's barely doing it, but it's not horrible. I mean, it's not horrible.
This is an extremely solid heuristic, alright?
I'm so good. I found 30%.
I mean, it's good. I like to be aggressive. I think you get people overfold a lot. You don't mind taking it down right away.
Button, yes, I would bet that on the big
Alright,
one.
now I don't know what to do anymore. Anybody wanna
Yeah,
help me out of here?
Yeah,
call.
check.
That's the problem.
A check.
Oh,
I have a
no.
question.
Yeah,
Can we ever check jam this board?
probably. Probably, yeah. Why not?
Draw came, huh? So Jack 9 is now
Why not?
complete.
Ace nine
Check,
suited
that's
might, ace
small.
nine suited might do that, ace. jack,
Definitely a
kinda
check
ace
jam
nine.
here most of the time.
Oh, ace
7%.
nine doesn't.
Oh no, 10.
So that's good. And the way you wanna structure it,
sure.
so I think what I've noticed, the
Hello.
low suited aces are raising all in more and the high ones are calling more.
Hmm.
So like if we had more of these here, they would call more often and the low ones are raising more, I believe.
Yep. And you unblock calls with ace 3.
So now what? Do we stuff it or what? We bet small. Bet small on the turn.
Oh, man.
I hate these
I'm
spots. I'm not gonna
checking,
lie.
like, I'm just checking, dude.
Yeah, this is why I get myself in trouble. I find the 20% and then I'm on the turn.
Then you must win the turn also, Louis.
I think it's good to find those thin margins because you get a lot of folds, but the solver isn't gonna fold enough. So that's how we get jammed up so much. But I think in the real world, it's pretty good.
Alright, so let's bet small. Ooh, never.
Oh, it blasted.
Stuff it, do it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. z-
Yeah,
0%
the-
fun.
Now we're
Story
calling with
you're
ace,
telling
now
is
we're
that
calling
you
with ace
need
high.
that.
Yeah, but the 8 is a card that changes
What is this?
Does he have a 10?
because Jack 9.
Sometimes.
Oof, what is he doing with pocket queen still in here? Or ace queen? Or
They're
is-
nuts. We're blasted into him. He just sitting there laughing.
Yeah, I would also call him. Call your flush draw anyway, so why would I blast it?
Well, if they're laughing, I wanna stop.
I'm gonna
I
call
don't
with
want
ace
them to
high.
make fun of me.
I'm gonna call it ace high now, I think. We just got it.
I
Such
mean,
good
the
odds.
potos, right? Yeah.
We just check or we stuff?
I'm check calling.
Is he ever gonna
Such a
fold?
weird
Like,
spot.
alright. No.
Oh, blast it. I'm still not folding.
Yeah, you
Always
can't
call,
fold.
right?
I'm calling.
1 and 4.
How many
Fine.
big blinds we got left? Like 3?
17.
2 or 3.
Yeah,
He-
I'm all,
Called
I'm
the
in.
flop and the
Call.
turn.
Yeah, you
Like,
have to.
what do you think
call.
he has?
I guess we did
Jesus.
have to jam so at some point.
He has
We have to
straight-
win like 50% of the time, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
15% of time you have to be good, so yeah, call.
I'm never calling here. You guys mad?
I'm not folding.
Why not?
Short.
I mean, you're just gonna,
You wanna call with ace high? Why?
I mean,
You're
some
never
of
winning
his
here.
floats, some of his floats didn't get there, right?
He
And he's
has
gonna
a
have some-
10. He just has a 10.
Is he gonna have king high ever? Is he gonna have, let's see, is he gonna have like,
It's all clear for me now.
King Jack,
Has a 10.
can have King Jack.
yeah, does king jack wanna bluff? Or does
No.
king high wanna go to showdowns? What I'm trying to think, like, I don't know.
No, of course not.
Actually, now that I
I'm
think
just
about
not
it, are we ever good here 15% of the time when it, I
I
mean,
gotta be, right?
Yeah, we gotta be.
I
all
don't
in.
know. This is such, this is why I don't play tournaments that often. These spots, man.
No, his
this-
range gets condensed when we bet flop and bet turn, and he calls both of them. Like
Yeah.
he-
so we
he's so
fold.
he's so
Yeah, there
narrow.
are a
here.
lot of draws available. the 10 is not completing any draws and
We
it's,
blocked the spade.
He should have bluffs with a blocker, like his 9x probably wanna be, he wants to be bluffing, I think, with some 9x combos here that can't win at showdown. And maybe some Jack X combos that can't win at showdown. So I think we got a call, dude. Like, he's gotta have some bluffs that we're
probably
beating.
close, doesn't matter that much in EV.
If you wanna call, we have some eights, we have some queens, we have some tens.
The EV difference is very small because
Have plenty of queens there. Look at this.
only 15%.
That's
of
like quarter of a
king
percent,
jack.
a fifth of a percent.
Yeah, it's a lot of king jack.
So we fold. Jesus,
Okay.
It
Oh,
folds.
yes,
Wow.
queens.
Jesus, guys. Want a station with a side.
I would play the same.
Save the 3 big blind, live to see another hand.
Guess I'm just a huge fish. It is what it is.
No,
Yeah.
not really, but like when we bet flop and he doesn't raise and we bet turn and he doesn't raise, like he's so condensed to value hands there.
Yeah. Need to give up.
Can we see his bluffing range? Oh, is it gonna be 9x hands mostly?
His bluffs are
There's
gone
only
by the
6
turn.
chips difference, so it's not that.
What bluff do you think he has?
I think he has some 9x combos,
I think king jack.
9s and jacks, right?
King jack,
He somehow has jack 5 here.
ace jack. We draw with ace jack, king
We
jack.
can capture some spade draws. but
Jack
we block the
7.
Spade draws with the ace.
Jack 5, Jack 7.
Yeah, yes.
Nines. He's got 10-9.
Let's see if ace 4 of diamonds is a better call. Wow,
They're just not good calls.
no,
That's a lot better because like his ace high spades want to get the showdown. Right? His ace high spades.
We
are
don't block
on
anything with
showdown.
ace high spade.
I mean, I just wanna see from his perspective what I wanna bluff if I'm in that spot. So that's kind of what I wanted to look at. I wasn't really trying to see if we make an excuse.
Yeah,
to
jacks,
call.
a jack.
Yeah,
bluff.
Jack's a good bluff, yeah.
spades, spades.
We wanna have a spade, yeah,
Yeah,
block.
probably doesn't have any other thing, so.
I would think, see now, I would have thought we wouldn't wanna have a spade, cause I would have thought we want the big blind to have spades, so I'm kinda surprised that we want spades there.
No, we're busting
we
with
don't have
our
all the
missed
bluffs.
flush draws. The worst ones that can't win at showdown, the worst king eyes, the jack eyes, the best king eyes, the best ace eyes are not bluffing.
Okay, that's blocking too many of our.
So we missed our flush draw, we barreled our flush draw, we missed it. Too bad.
You just bet here.
Can check, can bet. You have a backdoor. And if a 5 or a 4 comes, then you can bet also.
6 high. Check a lot.
Yeah,
So,
but it's our worst hand, so. I would
right,
bet.
overcard, backdoor flush, sure. Yeah,
Yeah, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush.
Yeah, it's a runner straight. It's not the best one.
Well, sometimes you got to take the dog out for a run.
Run. Where's that from? Run.
alright. If we had a spade in our hand, I would lead here.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, no.
Raise.
This might be a check raise. This might be a check jam.
Kind of similar spot to the ace 4 of spades, no? I think it could also be possible to check jam.
Yeah,
I don't know though.
I think we need a spade to raise her.
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. We have a straight draw. Is that not good enough?
You guys wanna raise with shots?
I'm ripping it. I'm
I
running my equity.
Anybody else?
I would
rip.
also
Oh.
jam here.
Okay, so 2 jams. Let's see if a jam is okay. No,
Oh, Get-
Raises.
we're mostly calling and we
Always.
want to raise small. when
Oh, we never jam.
Never jam with this
Oh.
combo,
Wow.
but maybe with the spade. We just
but
raise a
look
bit
at the
more
EV
often.
difference. It's one.
I see.
So it's close.
Mostly not raising.
Yeah, it's
EVs are the same, right?
almost.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
not
one or
doing
two
it.
chips.
It's easier for me just to get it all in and let the cards hit hit the felt.
Yeah, it's my idea also. But top pair.
Okay. Here we wanna see bet small.
Top pair bet
Yeah.
kicker.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Or check a bit.
Seems like it wants to check a lot to induce bluffs. Like that's why it seems like it's splitting all of its ranges that way to like, it doesn't mind betting for value and equity denial, and as much as it doesn't mind checking to induce.
Yeah, but also has a backdoor draw, so. On a heart it can.
So I wonder if does it check better Jack X there that need less protection and are more willing to call off to like donk leads or to
It's hard to say. The 7 is connecting to the 8.
see, I'm just wondering if we'd structure our betting top pair from the bottom up or not.
I mean that we bet Jack deuce
Nope.
and Jack.
We bet
ace.
the best and the worst and the middle ones is checking, so.
Well, that's interesting.
And it's betting without the backdoor flush. When it
The
has
low
a
ones are
backdoor
betting.
flush, it bets less with the middle one, so tricky.
Yeah, but it's hard to say here because the 9 is backdoor straight. Can turn more equity with a 9. Than with a 7 or 6.
Check, check.
I'm checking.
I'm checking.
Anybody betting small with the 9 here?
I know you wanna
No.
bet, you maybe, I know you wanna bet. I'm checking.
Wanna
Alright.
keep his bluffs in.
Oh.
I knew that would happen as well.
And we have a gut shot and the bottom pair, so he doesn't have a sets at least. That's
So whenever like somebody said that last week, whenever a street goes check, check, our weak hands go up a bit in value. We can bet some 9s here. Oh, well, maybe not. It seems to be a very little part of the strategy. The 9 here.
Wait,
is
are you
very
quoting
bad.
yourself?
betting quite a
I
lot.
think you said that.
Did I?
Yeah, but that was 80 big blinds. We get to bet top pair with our weak kickers.
Yeah,
I'm just
holding
calling.
myself, love it.
Yeah, you have gut shot, so I would call.
Okay,
Ugh.
Raise.
It's a 4-liner, we can fold.
uh-oh,
We can check fold.
uh-oh, Ken, buckle up. What do we do here, Ken?
Wait, LP's a German, you gotta call.
We don't even beat all bluffs here, right? Am I wrong?
The only hands that make
Villain.
any money here are a spade. You can call it, you have to call it like any spade here, I think, like even a 2 of
Okay.
spades, but you can't call this shit.
Do you call with kings? Naked
No.
kings? Do you call with 2 pair?
Yeah, king I call.
Do you call
No.
with trip 4?
I'm not
Did we
calling,
call
I'm
with
not
the
calling
king?
with the straight.
Big 4, yeah.
Jack 10 you fold here. Jack 10 of hearts.
Versus population, 100%.
Alright, let's see if it's right.
Versus solver, might call and make like a half a chip.
Was that a value bluff or queens? Okay.
Hmm,
House.
You mean his full house?
Oh wait, never mind. I'm a bit.
It
dumb.
calls and loses money. That's the
Yeah.
thing. You get, it's gonna call, but it's gonna lose money doing it. Only the spades make money.
So would you actually call off every spade here? I believe somebody said that.
What's
Yeah,
that?
Louis said that he would call the two.
No,
right?
that was
That was
Kansas.
me. I said I would
Yeah,
call
that
any
was-
spade. That's the worst I'm calling.
That was
King
you,
deuce
yeah.
off.
I call with a lot worse than, a lot worse than spades here. That's.
I mean,
not
yeah,
making-
because of his bet sizing, it's kind of odd. It's not all in is not value most of the time. All in is like, okay, is it a bluff or is it? It's more lean towards bluff, I think, in
Uh,
most spots.
We
solver,
would call most queens. Look at
And-
this though. We call top pair
yeah, we block.
wow.
House.
against the sim though, against the sim.
We block full house. Huh?
So the straight is always calling, top pair is calling.
Wait a second, go back to the straight. They all have a spade. And all the other calls are losing chips.
I know.
Yep.
But it's still a call.
Yeah, what's the point?
Defending your range at all costs.
Oh, I'm not playing against the solver, so I'm gonna lose 3 times. The solver, you're losing 20 chips. Against population, you're probably losing 60.
3 big blind that you lost. You're still talking about it.
Yeah, but it's your tournament live.
It's not, it's just 3 big blinds.
This
And he
case-
made a good solver approved call. Thanks to me. And we lost, of course.
I lost. Thanks.
To a flush.
Tens. What we do with tens?
Easy bet.
Oh. Was this one of
I
our,
really think.
was this one of our checks?
I don't
Under
know.
pair on ace king board?
Haven't I?
Tens
Both
might
them-
start betting a little bit. I think jacks are gonna bet, queens probably are gonna mix. Tens, I think, are mixing.
This
Yeah,
is
this-
clearly a check because it's an ace high board with a Broadway.
And we have a spade. I think we're gonna bet. I think this is gonna mix.
Think it's a check?
80%.
It's
almost
an
nine.
ace high board with a Broadway, so we don't get to. This is,
Yeah, we block a lot of his Broadway draws and went check on the flop. Right, meaning on a turn that we could value bet a lot of our top pair and middle pair.
I think on the
But we're really only getting values from
Don't get
eight,
a lot.
pocket eights and pocket nines at that, and some 6x is all we're getting value from when we bet there.
Right. But I mean, we should bet, right? On turn. Here.
I
Does
don't
he even
think
have
so.
pocket eights and pocket nines? I think he
I
does.
think if we pick up a spade, if we pick up a jack, if we pick up a queen, we might bet. But here. This is always a check to me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, this
check.
is still a
check.
marginal made hand. This is a check.
It's not a sliver of betting, but mostly a check.
clever.
Yeah, because it was limp pre-flop, right? Limp pot.
No, no,
point in
no.
bluffing.
So we raised and he called.
Oh, okay. Right, then in that case,
Check,
yeah.
check. That went. Check.
Can't get
check.
nothing better to fold here. Just
I think
check.
check again.
I think we can bet small for
No
greed,
way.
greed.
Greed.
check.
Calls
We-
us.
Oh,
We
Green will
block the
call.
straight, we block the flush. We
That's,
can get what to call, a 6?
He's not gonna fold a 6, probably. I
six.
don't know.
I realize our equity.
eights,
What is
seven.
ever gonna call us here?
Just check.
Well, pocket nines,
Any
pocket
queen
eights, might
will
call.
if you bet small.
Can we get a better hand than ours to fold?
No.
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 That's the thing.
Can we get called by worst?
Yes,
Not enough.
Maybe,
No.
Maybe.
No,
maybe.
Alright.
I think you can
Yeah.
get worse, but
Yeah.
not enough.
6.
Oh, we
I mean,
have a
does a six
6,
ever
maybe he
call
calls
us?
sometimes.
but it's still 100% check.
Yeah, for sure. But just for
Yeah,
fun, is he calling with some 6? No. Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
but you're
Hey,
supposed to
block
bet small.
hearts, sixes, does he
That's a
block the
queen,
hearts
eh?
with the
queen
sixes?
bet,
Oh,
Louis.
two pair calls.
No, yeah.
With queen
Yeah,
six and kings bet.
alright.
Okay.
That was misplaced greed.
It would have worked out this time. Probably would have called. I mean, it's a
Oh.
pretty safe board for 9-6, right?
No,
No,
it's a-
You know what? He turns it into a bluff and we fold.
oh my god.
The
Okay, so
solver might stuff that on you.
Yeah.
I mean, another reason for checking, I guess, they're on the river, right?
All
You don't
things
wanna
said,
get-
I blocked 2 pair. I jam.
I block that bottom set.
Yeah. Block bottom set and 2 pairs.
Can we get an ace high to fold here? Is this a good idea? He's
But
never
why did he
checking a
check?
jack.
Why did he check the flop?
He's never checking a jack. He's checking with like a king, queen of clubs, maybe. No, he's
Well-
checking with king, queen of spade and he missed.
You don't have any trouble.
Yeah,
But
I
it's a
almost
range
always,
bet for him
Yeah,
on the flop, but he checked. Then it's a
maybe
bet,
not
it's a
range
lead.
bet, but it's a 70% bet spot.
I think we have to bet big to get an ace to fold. Huh?
Bet big to get an ace to fold. Sounds like something I would do. Sounds like a very bad idea.
Yeah, I think also it's a bad idea, but if you want to get an ace to fold, you have to bet big against the fold.
Screw that, let's check. 4%.
Do we ever call?
King eye, for sure we call.
Fold.
No, we
Or
need to
just
call.
fold?
Yeah,
Ah,
we
we
have
block hearts, I'm sorry.
block hearts, we have a 7, block, and we block draws.
Without a heart, we would call.
And the 7 also block draws, Louis.
Oh no, we can't even
Still
call.
have to call.
here.
Yeah,
King eye,
that's 1 chip. That's not,
king eye is good enough.
yeah, it's not sufficient for me. He wins. King 9. Good for him. It's 1
It's
chip.
only slightly minus EV to fold though, right?
Yeah, it's a
Apparently.
very marginal spot. I think like against population, don't really need to defend, I guess. But like if you have an ace high,
Do you want to bet this?
those are. You wanna, on these close spot, you wanna like make it, have an exploitative approach. Are you playing against a net? Are you playing against a guy who you need to defend a lot against?
Oh wait, with that last hand, the king was a fold on the turn.
No.
King 7.
It was apparently a call.
For 1 chip EV out
What's
of
the call?
Yeah.
When,
out of 200 or something like that.
We wanna get the showdowns with 10s here.
would,
I would
would
bet
would
there.
it be, would it be a mistake to check raise as a bluff out of position? I mean, where you,
I like the check here because
even against an
we're not
aggressive
afraid
opponent,
of, there's no card we're afraid of.
Starting solver, it's a big mistake.
big mistake, okay.
I'm
not
just checking 10s. I don't see any point in betting.
I
Yeah,
think this is
bet-
going to be a heavy check board. Or bet small. But like with our range, I think we want to bet small. With our exact hand, I think we want to check.
It's
I
pretty
think even
connected.
with our range, you want to check a lot, so.
hey Vince, just a quick question. What's the coolest name you've heard recently? Because I wanna give a shout out to my man, Mark McLovin. Who's in the house. What's up,
Mark has been, he was a long time in the forum. For years, I saw him in the forum active
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and in the homeworks.
I missed the last couple homeworks. The holidays have been crazy, and I want to join these things more, but I'm work during the day, so it's tough. But I
Yeah,
wanted to try to come and learn a little, you know.
Yeah, you can catch the replays.
Yeah, and I check the replays out when I can, but I already, as it is, I got 2 kids. It's brutal. I get to play poker like once a week, you know. So.
Yeah,
these sessions are better when you can be
Uh,
actively involved.
May I just ask something?
sure.
Sorry if I interrupted you, I was just lagging. About the study sessions, is it always tournament study sessions or are there also like cash game study sessions over here? Because I'm
do
kind
some
of new.
Cash
There's another group that does cashing.
Oh, there is. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. No, I just kind of mix it up, but I'm more to.
I'll get you the link and put it in the chat here for that other Discord, but we do cash. There's a guy, who is it?
Scotty.
That's,
Josh,
Me,
right?
me.
Yeah,
oh,
and we do some
Oh.
hands, yeah, some of Scott's hands sometimes, but not too often.
Only when Louis back home, only when Louis goes back home where this cash solver is.
Yeah,
yeah.
been running for a little while too.
I'll put up that Discord link for you.
Sorry if I interrupted someone. I lagged so hard.
It's
So
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, the micro cash grinders, right? And then God's Big Toe has
Yeah,
another
I'm
one.
getting
I
it
don't know.
now.
I don't know if it's cash or tournament gods, but I'm never.
And these
going.
guys are also mostly poker coaching members, so. Here's the link.
Fold here? Yeah.
Or I mean, if you have trouble joining this session, you could always hire Louis. We go to Mexico and have him.
And Sven, there's a guy in
Private.
here called Dilly. He is also a guy that was a long time in the forum. I used to discuss hands with a lot, and he's mostly cash, and he's very active in the cash Discord streets. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
cool.
Paul.
Yeah.
What do you do here, Paul?
See, sorry.
What do you do here?
Okay, here you're in position. You're against the big blind. You seem to have the range advantage. Here, he checked. Well, I would bet a little bit on the smaller side, medium, small side.
Okay.
I would probably.
What do you do with A6 of diamonds here?
Without a backdoor.
Yeah.
I don't know what the solver says, but I'm guessing you're supposed to do between checking and betting.
Okay, and if you say you bet your A6 here and your opponent
it's-
raises, what do you do? Say he goes all in.
All in. Well, I would contemplate calling, putting him on at a worst flush draw.
Yeah,
And
but
I'd best a pair, but with the pair you're behind.
you know, he puts you in a very difficult spot here, right?
Yeah, very difficult spot.
I mean, one
But if
thing
you
is,
bet A6 of diamonds here and he stuffs it,
Yeah.
that's an easy spot, right?
No, it's probably a worse.
Well, it's an easy fold.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah, you
like
don't-
torching
you don't have a
equity, right?
the
Yeah,
nice
if
thing
you
about having a six is it's not gonna block his bluffs.
Yeah, so would you rather bet with this one or with A6 of diamonds here, Paul?
I think I wouldn't. It would be. I would bet with both, but I think I would probably bet more. I would be more inclined to bet with a spade in my hand.
Yeah, but I'm asking about diamonds and hearts.
Also I would be more
Because
inclined.
say you
to-
bet,
to-
listen, Paul, if you bet here, he raise, you're gonna be put in a tough spot because you have backdoor equity, right? But
Yeah.
if you bet A6 of diamonds, you bet he raise, you have the easiest fold in your life because you just have nothing, right?
You have nothing. Yeah, you have very little with
A
the
lot easier
hearts.
to bet A6 of diamonds here and, you know, lean towards maybe checking this A6 of hearts. Because it's gonna struggle facing a raise.
I'm
So
still
let's see
betting.
if my guess is good here.
I'm
I
betting.
would check this one and bet all the other suits.
I mean, it matters if you're facing an aggressive or straightforward player, right? Or anywhere in between.
Against a big blind, not so much.
Not so much.
So let's see here. See, it bets more with the diamonds, clubs. Because it's easy, it can bet fold. And with the hearts, it bets the least.
Okay, because it wants to get there.
Because
The
it wants to
EV, the
continue.
EV of the hearts is better than the clubs
Yeah,
and the
that's why.
diamonds.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense from a strategy point of view. Okay, so without any draw, any backdoor, you want to bet and then fold easily to aggression and
exactly.
and then with a heart you could get there. So you want to do a lot of checking. Okay.
That's
Always ask yourself the question, how are you gonna feel if he jams? That's what Faraz says.
We have an easy.
I watched that video this morning that you said.
Yeah.
It was a nice.
Yeah, I watched the full thing last night. It's actually an hour and a half long if you go to his website.
Oh,
But the part he put up was the best part. And right now I'm watching his 3.5 hour video. I'm a third of the way through it on his entire, he kept track of every hand he played in the WSOP. I can't even keep track of one hand an hour writing it in the notebook. I don't know how he does it. I'm
LP and I
terrible.
solved some for him while he was playing.
We saw a lot,
Pro
almost
also
all of
says,
them
"Just
actually.
practice the Chris."
Yeah, I try. I'm getting a little better at it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I have one hand to share from yesterday. I'd love to see the input on.
Alright, sure, hang on.
I've got some too, actually. Yeah.